exciting day today. It's the launch of Samsung's new foldables, and here they are. I've got them already. Here's the Fold 4 and the Flip 4. Look pretty good. Now, they've made some slight changes in the screens. They're the same size, but they've squared them out a bit, and it does make a big impact. So let's look at some of the key changes with Gary McGregor from Samsung.
We've made it just almost a little bit shorter and a little bit wider, so it means that it's a lot easier to use either with one hand or two. Based on feedback, people tend to use, it's almost 50-50 in terms of using the front screen only versus opening the device. So with that, we wanted to make the front screen a lot more usable, but at the same time, really immerse yourself in that experience when you open it.
You'll see the biggest changes in the cameras on the back. The rear camera array has been boosted to almost flagship levels. So previously all three lenses on the back were 12 megapixels. Now we have a 50 megapixel wide angle, it's 1.8 again. The telephoto drops from 12 to 10, it's still 2.4 though. And the ultra wide remains 12 megapixels at f2.2, the same as last year. The under display camera, it's still 4 megapixels at 1.8, but it's been hidden even more since last year, and that feature works well because after a while you really forget it's there. On the front cover there's no changes there, 10 megapixels at 2.2. So put all that together and that gives you 3 times optical zoom, which is just the perfect portrait length to take photos. Seriously, that is what you should be doing when you're taking shots of family and friends. And 30 times space zoom. Now, this isn't going to be perfect, but it's pretty usable in certain situations. And this is great news because the Fold is a fantastic photographic platform. It's like it's got its own tripod built in, and then you can flex the cameras to your point of view or angle. You'll have to buy it separately, but there's S Pen support, of course, and there's some cool little pouches where you can hide your pen. Storage is 256, 512 and 1 terabyte. Memory is 12 gigabytes. Battery capacity remains at 4,400 milliamp hours. Would like to see that increased. Glass is tougher this year, and if you look at the crease in the middle, that's looking less and less obvious. Changes in the hinge as well, and the whole unit is actually lighter than last year. 263 grams, last year 271. Of course it's 5G and uses Android 12. There's also a cool taskbar at the bottom, and this makes using it, from what I can see already, so much more efficient. This is a great move. When it comes to the fashion-forward Flip 4, you'll have some new colours to choose from. There's Bora Purple, which is essentially purple because of the Korean connection, Graphite, Pink Gold and Blue. At 187 grams, it's 4 grams heavier than last year. And that's not surprising considering there's a bigger battery in the Flip this year, 3,700 milliamp hours. It's 3,300 in the Flip 3. Both models are IPX8. Cameras on the back are still 12 megapixels and 10 megapixels for the front camera.
The sensor's now allowing 65% more light. We can be nocturnal as well as day people, so the ability to take photos and also record videos is vastly improved.
Samsung continues to develop the cover screen. You can have little video loops on the front.
People have smiled around that screen, around what are you going to do with a 1.9 inch screen? But actually it's the ultimate in terms of selfies, but you can also play videos back on there too, and you can call back. So actually your phone's incredibly functional just using the front screen, so you don't need to open it in so many different scenarios now.
This is such a cool little device, and it's been the device that's seen people jumping to Samsung from other phone makers.
It is a reason to change. So we can see that just under 30% of people that are turning on their foldable devices for the first time are actually coming across from other brands. So we can see that interest this time around and consideration for foldables is double what it was last year. With Gen Z, it's over 300% up on last year. So we know that there's something there and people are really considering it more now than ever.
So these are available for pre-order right now, and the great news is they're the same price as last year's models, and you can get them in store from September 2. There are more things announced. Let's have a look at the watches and the buds. New watches, Galaxy Watch 5 you're looking at right here, and this is the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro.
The Watch 5 Pro is a very exciting space for us because it's a space that we've not played in before. So with one charge on the Watch 5 Pro, you can go for up to 80 hours. If you're using GPS all the time, if you're going on a long walk or a trek, you can have GPS on and it'll still continue to run for 20 hours.
And finally, I think these are going to go very well, and they're the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. They come in Bora Purple, White and Graphite, and they've got a massive bump in their ANC, or active noise cancellation performance.
40% improvement in ANC versus previous model, so that is significant, and anyone that used the previous model would know they were pretty good, so it's really stepped up. And similarly with ambience as well, it's really important that when you have these in, that you can really start to be familiar and know your surroundings as well, so similar improvements in ambience.
So these will be available on the same day on September 2. Can't wait to give you a full review soon on imagematrix.tech and on Sky News. Until then, I can't wait to try out the impressive ANC improvements.